Hello, students. I am Vidya from English Magus. Welcome to today's lesson, where we'll be exploring Shirley Toulson's moving poem, A Photograph. This poem captures the passage of time, the fleeting nature of life, and the lasting power of memories. First, let's know a little about its poet. Shirley Toulson was an English writer, poet, journalist, and local politician. During World War II, she served in the Auxiliary Territorial Service. Toulson authored several books, including The Drover's Roads of Wales. She made significant contributions to literature and the exploration of ancient tracts and traditions in Britain. Let's journey through the poem and uncover its depth together. I will read out each stanza, followed by its explanation. Here we go. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Let's pause here and reflect on the first stanza of the poem. In this opening stanza, the poet describes an old photograph mounted on cardboard, capturing a precious moment from the past. The photograph shows the poet's mother as a young girl, around 12 years old, standing on a beach with her two cousins. The three of them smile at their uncle, who is behind the camera, with their hair blowing in the wind. The mention of the sea is significant. The sea, symbolic of permanence, contrasts with the lives of the people in the photo, which are fleeting and transient. The phrase, terribly transient feet, emphasizes how human life, much like footprints on the sand, is easily washed away by time. Let's read the second stanza now. Some 20, 30 years later, she'd laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she'd say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. As we move to the next stanza, the poet recounts how her mother used to look at the old photograph and laugh. She would fondly point out her cousins, Betty and Dolly, and reflect on how they were dressed for the beach. This memory, this sea holiday, was her mother's past, a moment filled with warmth and nostalgia. For the poet, however, her mother's laughter is what now fills the space where the mother herself once was. The phrase, both wry with the labored ease of loss, captures how both mother and daughter are connected by the shared experience of loss, though in different ways. Let's read and understand the final stanza. Now she's been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence silences. In these final lines, the poet reflects on her mother's death. The poignant realization that her mother has now been dead for as long as she lived as a young girl brings the passage of time into sharp focus. The last lines of the poem, its silence silences, leave us with a profound stillness. The poet feels that words are inadequate to describe the pain of her loss. The silence of the photograph, the silence of death, and the silence of memory all merge, creating a powerful emotional impact. In conclusion, Shirley Toulson's A Photograph is a powerful meditation on time, memory, and loss. Through the simple image of an old photograph, Toulson touches on universal emotions that many of us can relate to. The lesson ends here. Here is the list of poetic devices or figures of speech used in the poem. Pause the video and read them. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and keep learning.